Hello, everyone. My name is Shannon Ballman Theis, the payroll queen, and today we are going to be taking a look at instructions for Form 941 and the different little intricacies that are involved with this form. All right. So the very first thing that all all of the instructions that the IRS puts out has is future developments. There's usually not a whole lot of stuff on future developments. It usually sends you to a website link that you can go and see what legislation changes were enacted and take a look there. And the other thing that they always start out with is what's new. Social Security and Medicare taxes for 2025 have different rates. So the Social Security tax rate, it's not a different rate. I misspoke. It's a different wage-based limit. So Social Security is half of FICA taxes. So Medicare is the other half. And the Social Security tax rate is still 6.2% for the employee and for the employer. But for 2025, the Social Security wage base limit is $176,100. And the Medicare tax rate is still 1.45% for the employee and the employer, which is unchanged from 2024. And there is no wage based limit for Medicare tax. So Social Security and Medicare tax apply to the wages of household workers that you pay $2,800 or more in cash wages in 2025. Social Security and Medicare taxes apply to election workers who are paid $2,400 or more or in cash or an equivalent form of compensation in 2025. And if you're going to electronic and new is electronic filing for the 941X. So now you can electronically file 941X adjusted employer's quarterly federal tax return or claim for refund electronically using the modernized e-file. And there's more information on electronic filing. If you click this link, I will have both of the links in the description below. And the last part of this what's new is the reminder. So you have to use the 2025 March revision of the 941 to report taxes for at least the first quarter of 2025. You do not want to use an earlier version to report taxes for 2025 because the prior revision is actually to report 2024 wages or earlier. And at this time, the IRS expects the March 2025 revision of Form 941 and these instructions to be also used for the second, third, and fourth quarters of 2025. If changes in law require additional changes to the Form 941, the form and or these instructions may be revised. Prior revisions of Form 941 are available at the IRS website. And in other videos, I've shown you where you go to click on the irs.gov Form 941 and you have to scroll down to get all Form 941 revisions under other items you might find useful. It's really not that far to scroll down and find that information. And otherwise, unless otherwise noted, references throughout these instructions to Form W-2 include Forms W-2AS for American Samoa, W-2CM, and I forget what that is. W-2GU for Guam, W-2VI for Virgin Islands, and Form 499R2 or W2PR, which is for Puerto Rico. References to Form W2C include 499R-2C or W2CPR. References to Form W3 include Form W3SS and Form W3PR, and references to Form W3C include Form W3CPR. Qualified small business payroll tax credit for increasing research activities. For tax years beginning before January 1st, 2023, a qualified small business may elect to claim up to $250,000 of its credit for increasing research activities as a payroll tax credit. The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, the IRA, increases the election amount to $500,000 for tax years beginning after December 31st, 2022. So what this says is up until the tax period that ends December 31st, 2022, you can claim up to $250,000, and after January 1st, 2023, you can claim up to $50,000. The payroll tax credit election must be made on or before the due date of the originally filed income tax return, including extensions. The portion of the credit used against payroll taxes is allowed in the first calendar quarter beginning after the date that the qualified small business filed its income tax return. The election and determination of the credit amount that will be used against the employer's payroll taxes are made on Form 6765. Credit for increasing research activities. The amount from Form 6765 must be reported on Form 8974, Qualified Small Business Tax Credit for Increasing Research Activities. Starting in the first quarter of 2023, the payroll tax credit is first used to reduce the employer share of Social Security tax up to $250,000 per quarter, and any remaining credit reduces the employer share of Medicare tax for the quarter. Any remaining credit after reducing the employer share of Social Security and then the employer share of Medicare tax is carried forward to the next quarter. So what this is saying, guys, is you can only use the qualified this credit. You can only use this on the employer portion of any of the FICA taxes. It cannot be used for the employee share of Social Security and Medicare, which quite frankly is the normal way that all of the payroll tax credits worked before COVID-19 changed and allowed you to take the employee and employer portions of and get a refund for the employee retention credit. So you use Form 8974 to determine the amount of the credit that can be used for the current quarter, the amount from Form 8974 line 12, or if applicable, line 17, is reported on line 11 of the 941. For more information about the credit, go to this website, which will be linked in the description. And there's another link that will also be linked in the description.